Grand rising, my beautiful kings and queens. It's your girl Mel B live on Lux Radio Network. It's Wednesday, December 17th. We've reached the summit of the week. Take a deep breath and recalibrate. Look at what's working and gracefully let go of what isn't. Today is about clarity and steady progress. You are exactly where you need to be to finish strong. All right, on to our affirmation of the day, and I read, I am centered, capable, and calm, even when the world around me is busy. Midweek, especially in December, can feel frantic. This affirmation acts as an internal anchor. It reinforces your ability to maintain a quiet center, ensuring that your productivity isn't fueled by stress, but by a steady and capable mindset. All right, on to our word of the day, which is equanimity, meaning evenness of mind, especially under stress, rightful mindedness, a balanced state of emotional stability. As the midweek rush peaks, practicing anonymity allows you to stay productive without feeling overwhelmed. All right, on to our phrase origin word of the day. Our phrase today is to have an axe to grind. This phrase is popularized by a story written by Benjamin Franklin in 1797. The story tells of a man who sweet talked a boy into helping him turn a grinding wheel for an axe, and then, once the axe was sharp, mocked the boy and sent him away without payment. It refers to someone who has a secret, often self-serving reason for doing something or initiating a conversation. For today, this serves as a reminder to be aware of your hidden motive or others to ensure your actions are serving your highest goals, not just fleeting grudges or minor needs. All right, on to our worldly news for all of our favorite cities around the globe. Starting with New York, Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani's solidarity visit to, Obavishar Riba's gravesite after the Sydney Hanukkah attack highlights growing focus on anti-Semitism protections. Los Angeles, FBI foils extremist bombing plot by the Turtle Island Liberation Front, preventing coordinated New Year's Eve attacks. Chicago, holiday arts dominate headlines with Anthony Rapp headlining Home for the Holidays Cabaret at Looking Glass Theater. In Atlanta, Fulton County DA Fannie Willis prepares testimony before Georgia Senate's committee regarding Trump prosecution and legislative subpoena powers. Houston, the city mourns broadcaster Dave Ward, and Harris County debates employee pay equity. Washington, D.C., Congress locked in disputes over legislative powers with the national governance debates dominating C-SPAN and Fox 5 coverage. Miami. Eileen Higgins sworn in as Miami's first female mayor and first Democrat in decades, pledging housing and infrastructure reforms. Tampa. Regional headline centers on Florida's statewide education reforms, with Tampa schools preparing for new curriculum standards. Newport Richey. Good morning, Dad. Local coverage highlights Pasco's County's expansion for renewable energy projects, aiming for sustainability goals. Milwaukee. Morning, Reed. Morning, fam. Wisconsin legislature debates healthcare access expansion, with Milwaukee leaders pushing for statewide Medicaid improvement. Vancouver. Federal energy and indigenous consultation disputes dominate headlines, with Vancouver activists pressing for climate accountability. And in Toronto, TD Bank's $3 billion U.S. fine sparks international scrutiny, Global auditors review Canada's anti-money laundering systems. Bless up, Jamaica. Kingston, official funeral for reggae legend Jimmy Cliff, honoring his cultural legacy. Montego Bay, Chamber of Commerce urges domestic tourism support after Hurricane Melissa. Ocho Rios, cruise ports reopen post-hurricane, signaling resilience for the winter tourism. Negril, Sandals and Beaches resorts are fully reopened, boosting tourism confidence. Cayman Islands, Parliament passes landmark immigration reform, prioritizing Caymanians workers. Bahamas, Royal Caribbean opens Paradise Island Beach Club, employing 500 Bahamians, and IMF raises growth forecast. Nigeria, Senate passes 2026-2028 fiscal framework, and Dangote files corruption petition against petroleum regulator. Ghana, Ashanti Himana delivers mediation report on Baku conflict to President Mahama, urging peace and constitutional adherence. All right, on to our weather forecast this morning. Grand Rising, everyone, Grand Rising. Starting with New York. Bundle up. Highs near 45, lows around 36, mostly cloudy with a brisk breeze. Los Angeles. Sunny skies and mild temperatures, topping out at 68 and a low of 52. Chicago. Gray skies with a chance of drizzle, highs near 39 and a low of 30. Atlanta. Cool but pleasant, 55 degrees under partly skies with a low of 42. Houston. Clear and mild with a high of 64 and a low of 50. DC, crisp sunshine with highs near 47 and a low of 35. Miami, warm and tropical, 78 degrees with scattered clouds and a low of 70. Tampa, partly sunny and humid with a high of 74 and a low of 66. Newport Richey, sunny with a high of 73 degrees and partly sunny, partly sunny later on tonight with a high of 65. Milwaukee, cloudy with a chance of flurries, highs around 36 and a low of 28. Vancouver, rain showers and breezy with a high of 46 and a low of 39. Toronto, cloudy with showers, high of 41 and a low of 33. Kingston, sunny and humid, high near 86, low around 76. Montego Bay, warm and bright with the highs around 85 and the lows around 75. Ocho Rios, mostly sunny with a high near 85 and a low near 76. And Negril, sunny skies, highs around 85 and a low of 76. Cayman Islands, mostly sunny and humid with a high near 83 and a low today of 77. Bahamas, partly sunny with a breeze with a high of 78 and a low of 72. Nigeria, hot and dry, highs soaring to 95 with a low of 68. And Ghana, sunny and humid with a high near 90 and a low near 78. All right, on to our sports. In the NBA, last night, final scores were the Knicks over the Spurs, 124-113. The Knicks capture the 2025 Emirates NBA Final Cup, their first major trophy since 1973. And OG Anunoby, excuse me, Anunoby led the charge with 28 points and 9 rebounds, while Jalen Brunson added 25 points and 8 assists. New York fans rejoice. The drought is over. And in college basketball, we have the Duke Blue Jays over the Lipscomb Bisons, 101-69. Tonight in the NBA, we have the Celtics versus the Heat. Tip-off is at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on ESPN. We have the 76ers versus the Nets at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on NBC Sports, Philadelphia. We have the Warriors and the Grizzlies, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, NBC Sports, South Bay. Excuse me. The Mavericks versus the Suns, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Bally Sports, Southwest, and Arizona Sports Network. And the Nuggets versus the Jazz, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on AT&T Sports Net. In men's college basketball, we have Duke versus Michigan State. They're going to be on ESPN2 at 7 p.m. Kentucky and Kansas also on ESPN at 9 p.m. North Carolina and Villanova will be at 8 p.m. FS1. And UCLA and Arizona will be on Pac-12 Network at 10 p.m. In college football, we have the Cure Bowl with Old Dominion versus South Florida at 5 p.m. on ESPN. And we have the 68 Ventures Bowl with Louisiana and Delaware at 8:30 on ESPN. All right, on to our daily feature, which today is Women in Business Wednesday. And we're spotlighting girls who grind coffee. The woman behind the beans, Casey London. Yes. Girls Who Grind Coffee was founded by Casey my goodness, I can't speak today, of course. Casey Lalonde, who is not just a roaster, but a vocal advocate for systematic change in the coffee industry. She established the company with the explicit goal of disrupting traditional power structures in a notoriously male-dominated field. So how she started the business? Casey created Girls Who Grind Coffee after recognizing a disconnect in the industry. While women prove up to 70% of the labor force in coffee production globally, they are often underrepresented, undervalued, and lack control over pricing and resources. Her company was founded on the principle of redefining what quality means in coffee. For Casey, it's not just about the taste in the cup, but the human quality behind the cup. The business model is built in reverse. So 1, search for women producers. They first identify and commit to working with women coffee producers and farmers from around the globe. Second, ensure fair trade. They focus on mutual social just relationships, which includes paying high prices directly to the women to support their economic power and independence. And third, roast for quality. Only after the ethical partnership is secured do they focus on roasting the high quality beans. So Girls Who Grind Coffee's impact is centered on economic and social empowerment, moving beyond typical fair trade practices to a direct investment in women's futures. So financial independence for producers. By building direct, equitable relationships and paying premium prices, the company helps women farmers gain economic stability, break cycles of abuse, purchase their own land, and invest in their children's education and their communities. Second, challenging the status quo. The company highlights the financial challenges women face in business, from cash flow to securing credit, and advocates for a more equitable financial structure within the company's supply chain. And her mission, every bag they sell proudly states, quote, grown by women, period, always, period, end quote. This simple power message encourages consumers to see their purchase as an investment in women's leadership and economic power globally. So if you would like to purchase any of her coffee, you can go to girlswhogrindcoffee.com. By choosing to partner exclusively with women producers, Casey Lalonde and her team are proving a business can both be highly successful and powerful catalyst for social justice and economic equality in a global industry. Congratulations. All right, on to our book club. We are still reading the 18 Laws of Human Nature, and today's law is the law of aimlessness. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. All right, the law. Determine your sense of purpose. People who lack a clearly defined, deeply internalized purpose are prone to emotional volatility, distraction, and reaction. They drift through life pulled by whims of others or immediate pleasure. So, Green's interpretation is aimless individuals spend enormous energy in chaotic, scattered activity that ultimately amounts to nothing. They make activity, they mistake activity for productivity. A deep, long term purpose acts as a psychological compass, filtering out distractions and providing resilience against setbacks. So, in business, purpose as the filter. When presented with a new opportunity or partnership, immediately hold it up against your core business purpose. If the opportunity does not significantly advance your central mission, discard it swiftly. Time spent on aimless projects is time stolen from your your core goal. In life, create your North Star. Identify a single grand life goal that connects your work, your hobbies, and your relationships. Example, to create a legacy of accessible knowledge. Once defined, evaluate every major decision against it. This purpose provides a sense of self-worth that is independent of external validation. So true motivation isn't a burst of energy, it's the quiet, steady hum of purpose. Today, realign your actions with your North Star and move with unwavering direction. All right, on to our cause of the day. Our cause of the day is celiac disease. Celiac disease is a serious autoimmune disorder where the ingestion of gluten, a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye, leads to damage in the small intestine. When gluten is consumed, the immune system mistakenly attacks the lining of the small intestine, specifically the villi, preventing the proper absorption of nutrients. Symptoms are highly varied and can affect any body system differently. They include severe digestive issues, chronic fatigue, abdominal pain, anemia due to poor iron absorption, weight loss, bone density loss, and dermatological conditions. So, to prevent celiac disease, it says that there is no way to prevent it. Actually, it is genetic, meaning people are born with a predisposition. So treatment, the only current treatment is a strict, lifelong gluten-free diet. This allows the small intestines to heal and prevent further damage. Avoid cross-contamination is crucial. So resources to find out more about celiac disease. There is the Celiac Disease Foundation, the CDF, and Beyond Celiac. They both provide medical guidance, testing resources, and comprehensive gluten-free lifestyle information. All right, on to today in history, December 17th. First up, we have in 1903, the Wright brothers' first flight. Near Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, Orville Wright piloted the first successful sustained flight of a motorized aircraft, the Wright Flyer. The first flight lasted 12 seconds and covered 120 feet. This moment is considered the birth of modern aviation, dramatically shrinking the world and eventually changing warfare, travel, and commerce forever. Next up, we have in 1935, the first flight of the Douglas DC-3. The Douglas Commercial 3, or DC-3, twin propeller airliner made its maiden flight. This aircraft will revolutionize commercial air travel, making passenger flights profitable for airlines for the first time by combining speed, comfort, and reliability. It became one of the most successful aircraft in history and was widely used during World War II, significantly shaping the post-war global air transportation industry. And last, in 2010, we have the start of the Arab Spring. The self-immolation of Tussunian street vendor Mohammed Bahazizi, protesting corruption and poor economic conditions, served as the catalyst for the Tussunian Revolution. This event quickly inspired widespread, often nonviolent protests and demonstrations across the Arab world against authoritarian regimes and social economic inequality, ushering in the period known as the Arab Spring. All right, on to African American history. In 1913, Black business pioneer James P. Thomas dies. James P. Thomas, an early 20th century Black business owner, died on this date. Born enslaved, Thomas learned the barbering trade and eventually opened a successful barbershop in his Tennessee home. Through hard work and shrewd investments, he accumulated substantial assets, property, and wealth, demonstrating the possibility of financial independence and entrepreneurship for African Americans despite the oppressive post-Reconstruction South. In 1916, Lincoln Motion Picture Company was founded. The Lincoln Motion Picture Company was founded by brothers George and Noble Johnson. It was the first movie production company owned and operated entirely by African Americans. Recognizing the Black actors were largely regulated to stereotypical or marginal roles in mainstream Hollywood, the company produced race films exclusively for African American audiences, offering authentic storytelling and better opportunities for Black talent. And last, we have in 1975, Hank Aaron receives the Spingarn Medal. Baseball legend Henry Hank Aaron was presented with the NAACP Spingarn Medal, the award given for the highest achievement of an African American, recognized his memorable home run record, surpassing Babe Ruth's long-standing total, and his exemplary sportsmanship and grace in the face of intense racism and death threats he received during the pursuit of this record. All right, on to our African American scientists. We have first up Dr. George Washington Carver. Dr. Carver was an agricultural scientist and inventor at the Tuskegee Institute. He is famous for developing hundreds of uses for crops like peanuts, soybeans, and sweet potatoes. His goal was not self-enrichment, but to provide Southern farmers with sustainable, soil-enriching alternative crops to cotton. His research helped to revitalize Southern agriculture and create new industries for impoverished Black and white farmers. Next, we have Frederick McKinley Jones. Jones was a prolific inventor known for his work in refrigeration. In 1938, he patented a mobile refrigeration unit for trucks and rail cars. This invention revolutionized the shipping industry, allowing perishable goods like fresh produce and meat to be transported long distances, fundamentally changing how Americans ate and paving the way for the modern supermarket. He co-founded the Thermo King Corporation and earned over 60 patents. And last but not least, my favorite invention when I was a kid, when I had one, was by Lonnie Johnson. Lonnie Johnson was an aerospace engineer who worked on the Galileo mission to Jupiter for NASA. He is best known for inventing the Super Soaker water gun. While working on a heat pump that used water and steam, he accidentally shot a high-pressure stream of water across his bathroom, leading to the idea for the toy. The Super Soaker became a massive commercial success, with sales generating billions of dollars, and the royalties funded his continued research into energy technology. Yay! All right, back to our roots segment. And today we are spotlighting the Yoruba Iba Orisha, which is a shrine and spiritual practice. The practice comes from the Yoruba people of West Africa, primarily Nigerian and Benin. The Yoruba religion is based on a hierarchical pantheon of deities known as Orusha, which govern various aspects of nature and human endeavor. Examples: Ogun for iron and Oshun for love and rivers. The Iba Orisha is the ritual container or shrine that serves as a physical home and point of access for a specific Orisha. The shrine is used to offer sacrifices or Igbo prayers and rituals to maintain cosmic balance and petition deities for assistance. It is the locus of spiritual power and connection for the practitioner. So the role that it plays today in African American society is the Yoruba religion and its related practices like Ifa survived the Middle Passage, evolving into synchronized New World religions such as Santeria in Cuba, the Candomblé in Brazil, and elements of Voodoo in Haiti. In the US, it is primary back to Africa religious movement, offering a spiritual path rooted to traditional African cosmology for African Americans seeking connection to their ancestral religious traditions. So concepts and names of the Orisha are often referenced in African American literature, art, and music. For example, Oshun is frequently referenced in songs by artists like Beyonce and J.A.B as powerful archetypes of strength, beauty, and natural power. So this teaches that the sacred is not distant, but accessible through ritual and intention. Today, define the sacred space in your own life, the place where you focus your energy and connect with your purpose. This segment is brought every day with the intention of some of us who want to learn our African roots and our actual African religion. So some find it interesting. I've been told that it's boring, but those are just people that don't have an open mind or don't want to learn where they come from. But I do. So I would like to share that with my audience. Thank you. All right, on to our fact or fiction segment. And the topic today is a true crime or disaster. And the subject is the Great Molasses Flood of 1919. So the claim is that a massive wave of molasses flooded a neighborhood in Boston, Massachusetts, killing people and causing widespread damage. While it sounds like a cartoon disaster, the story involves a huge industrial tank that burst open on a warm January day, releasing over 2 million gallons of sticky brown syrup. Is this fact or fiction? It's fact. It's a verified historical disaster. On January 15th, 1919, a 50-foot tall storage tank belonging to the Purity Distilling Company exploded in Boston's North End. A wave of molasses, estimated at about 25 feet high and moving at 35 miles an hour, roared through the streets. The speed and density of the thick, vicious liquid killed 21 people and injured 150 more. The pressure was so immense, it ripped elevated train tracks off their supports. An investigation later found the company was negligent and had built a poorly structured tank. History is often stranger than fiction. The Great Molasses Flood is a sticky reminder that the negligence can turn even the sweetest substance into a deadly force. For reference about this catastrophe, there is a record called The Dark Tide. It's the Great Boston Molasses Flood of 1919 by Stephen Puleo. You can find it, National Park Service, Historical Records. If you don't believe me. All right, on to the word. What's the word today? Today, I found an article regarding the generative AI and the copyright debate, a social media flashpoint. So, what it is, social media is flooded with images, music, and text created by generative AI tools like Midjourney, DALL-E, and large language models. The current word is the heated ethical and legal debate over the use of these tools, particularly the use of data scraping, which is AI models are trained on billions of pre-existing images and works, often without the consent or compensation of the original human creators. So, this story is popular because it directly impacts artists, writers, and designers who rely on their unique style for their livelihood. Viral posts featured side by side comparisons of AI art and the original human art used for the training, leading to accusations of theft. The conversation is driven by the fear that AI could devalue human creativity all entirely. Lawsuits are ongoing, challenges against Stability AI and Midjourney that aim to set new legal precedents for copyright in the age of AI. Social media remains the primary venue for artists to organize and protest the technology's lack of ethical oversight. So technology moves fast, but ethics demand we slow down. As the digital landscape evolves, remember the value of the original creator behind the work. All right, on to our tech tip of the day. Our tech tip is using time blocking for enhanced scheduling and prioritization. Time blocking is a planning method where you schedule every moment of your workday, not just meetings, but dedicated, uninterrupted blocks of time for a specific task. Unlike a to-do list, a time block calendar reflects how you actually intend to spend your hours. So, this technique forces you to confront the reality of how much time tasks actually take, preventing overcommitment. You also ensure that personal priorities, such as your lunch break or gym time, get scheduled and protected, preventing work from consistently bleeding into your regular personal life, which often happens daily. So, how to do this? Use the calendar tool on your phone or your computer. Before the day begins, block off time for your top three priorities. Color code personal blocks and work blocks for quick visual clarity. So don't just manage your tasks, manage your time. Time blocking turns your calendar from a historical record into a powerful plan of success. All right, on to our financial tip of the day, which is the non-negotiable separation of business and personal accounts. So if you're a business owner, especially a sole proprietor or LLC, you must maintain complete separate bank accounts and credit cards for business income expenses and personal expenses. Do not use your personal debit card for business purchases. This is called commingling funds. So separation is critical for legal protection. It helps maintain the liability shield of an LLC by avoiding piercing the corporate veil, if y'all know what that means. Significantly simplifies your bookkeeping and is mandatory for maximizing tax deductions. It also makes your financial records credible for lenders if you seek to get a business loan. So, how to do this? Open a dedicated business checking account and use it exclusively for business transactions. Run your business payroll to pay yourself a salary or an owner's draw from the business account to your personal account. So clean books lead to clear profits. Separate your business and personal money today to protect your assets and simplify your tax life. You will thank me later. All right, our fun fact of the day. Ooh, something's in my eye. Is honey never spoils? I know I don't. Just kidding. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and are still perfectly edible. Okay. This is due to the low water content and high acidity, which makes it an impossible environment for bacteria. I know, huh? I never knew honey lasts that long, but I don't know if I want to eat something that's 3,000 years old. You know. Anywho, our fun holiday of the day is, of course, by coincidence, it's National Maple Syrup Day. Celebrated annually, this day honors the sweet liquid derived from maple tree sap, predominantly produced in North America. It's a call to enjoy maple syrup in all its forms, whether poured over pancakes, used as a glaze for ham, or simply appreciated for its natural sweetness. All right, on to our daily quote. Our daily quote actually comes from a sports figure. So sports fans, you may like this quote for the day. And the quote is, and I quote, "The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will." Anybody know who said that? All right. No guesses? All right. It was Vince Lombardi, the legendary American football coach and executive in the NFL, known for his intense focus on winning and maximizing potential. Lombardi distills success down to internal motivation. He argues that most people possess the necessary physical capacity, the strength, and the intelligence or the knowledge to achieve their goals. The true deciding factor is the relentless internal drive and determination, the will, to push through obstacles and commit fully to the process, even when it's difficult. All right, on to our music and entertainment segment. Today we have the power of Black ensemble dramas in 2025. Critics are buzzing about the resurgence of sophisticated Black ensemble dramas on network television, moving past reality TV. The new procedural drama, The Bar, featuring an all-star cast including Sterling K. Brown and Regina King, is topping weekly ratings, showcasing a demand for character-driven stories centered on the complexities of African American professional life, particularly in the legal and medical fields. All right, and in our celebrity gossip today, I was like, ooh, women look out. Michael B. Jordan considers fatherhood his new big next role. So actor and director Michael B. Jordan has opened up about his personal priorities in a recent interview, causing a stir among fans who follow his famously private life. Jordan told an interviewer that Jordan told an interviewer that while directing his made to life boring creative excuse me. Slow down, Mel. I'm slowing down. Jordan told an interviewer that while directing has made his life boring creatively, he is seriously contemplating fatherhood as his next major life chapter. This confirms he is ready to explore building a family, potentially putting a temporary pause on his intense focus on major Hollywood blockbusters. Baby mama, gotta have one of those. So women, you better try to shoot your shot if you see him. All right, whose birthday is it today? Well, in celebrity birthdays, we have it's Floyd Mayweather Jr., professional boxer who will be 48 today. And also we have veteran actor Ernie Hudson is 79. And I also want to give a rest in heaven to Roger Mosley. The actor would have been 87 today. All right, on to our lifestyle segment. Our soul food recipe of the day is candied yams. No need for a description there. And our beverage of the day is hibiscus mint ice cooler. So you get that tea, you chill it, and then mix fresh mints in it and squeeze some lemon juice or agave in it, and you are good to go. It's healthy for your blood pressure. All right, men, you know the speech, you know the drill. Did you do it yet? Did you make your appointments? Did you make your appointment for your physical for the end of the year? I hope so. I'm going to have a contest to see who's going to tell me that they did or they went to their doctor's appointment. And I have a prize for y'all. Whoever tells me y'all went to the doctor or even scheduled it, I'll give you a prize. And I will shout you out specifically on the air. But moving on, your tip of the day is the power of the 10-minute micro workout. When time is tight, don't ditch exercise entirely, guys. Integrate 2 or 3 10-minute micro workouts throughout your day. Do some push-ups, some squats, some planks during a meeting break. Consistency in movement is more beneficial than one massive sporadic workout, helping maintain your metabolism and your energy levels. And women, I did not forget you. Check your iron levels annually. Iron deficiency or anemia is common in women, especially those with heavy monthly cycles, leading to crippling fatigue, brain fog, and hair loss. So ask your doctor to check your ferritin levels, which show iron stores during your annual physical. Boosting iron intake through food or supplement can profoundly impact your energy and mental clarity. All right, on to relationship advice for couples. Schedule a conflict post-mortem. After you have a conflict fully, and after it has subsided, or somebody done walked off, drove off, or got the door slammed in their face, when y'all settle down, come back, sit down, and do a post-mortem. Discuss how you fought, why you fought, and not what you fought about. Agree on one constructive change for the next argument, using words such as I will use a softer tone, or I will not walk away until I've confirmed that you heard me. This turns conflict into a learning tool. So in other words, learn how to argue without it getting heated and somebody storming off. This will teach you guys how to actually talk it out. All right, in friendships, practice the art of active listening, friends. True friendship involves feeling seen and heard. When a friend is sharing, put your phone away, maintain eye contact, and avoid mentally rehearsing your reply. Instead, occasionally paraphrase what they said. It sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed, but that can change. To confirm that you are truly listening, not just waiting to talk. So just listen, but also give some advice, Sometimes they may want advice, sometimes they may not to. But the key is to always be a good listener. And relationship advice for families, balance responsibility versus accountability. It's easy to take on too much responsibility for your adult family members. Distinguish between the two. You are responsible for your own actions and well-being. You can hold a family member accountable for their commitments. I expect you to pay me back when we agreed, and I shouldn't have to come and find you or ask you for my money. But you are not responsible for their outcomes. This prevents enabling and reduces stress. All right, our household chore of the day is a hotspot wipe down. Focus on those high-touch hotspot areas that harbor germs and look messy, like doorknobs, light switches, cabinet pulls, and sink faucets. A quick spray and wipe with disinfectant on those few key areas, especially in the bathroom and in the kitchen, alleviates the sense of cleanliness in the whole house and is a critical preventative measure during cold and flu season. Ooh-wee, yes, because it's something going around. All right, last but not least, our daily horoscopes. First up, number 1 is always Aries. A challenge or opposition at work may feel draining, but it is actually a critical test of your leadership skills. Maintain your integrity and stick to your principles. This friction is proving your professional mettle. Find comfort in deep breathing and meditation tonight. Your lucky numbers today are 1, 19, and 36. Taurus, legal, educational, or long distance travel plans are favored, but you may experience minor delays. Flexibility is your friend. Trust that the resolution of long-standing issues will proceed, but perhaps not on the schedule you prefer. Use the extra time for careful review. Your lucky numbers today are 2, 6, and 24. Gemini, you are ready to close a chapter and shed something heavy, a belief, a debt, or an emotional attachment. Use the heightened emotional awareness to seek closure. Shared financial discussions are successful if you remain calm and practical. And some lucky advice, growth happens even without immediate conclusion. Your lucky numbers today are 8, 11, and 20. Cancer, your closest partnerships are your focus. Be willing to cooperate and be flexible with a partner or a close friend. You may need to compromise to maintain harmony. Tonight is ideal for deep listening. Your nurturing nature is a powerful tool for strengthening bonds. Your lucky numbers today are 4, 13, and 34. Leo, detailed oriented work and organization continue to be your theme. Avoid trying to escape responsibilities. The satisfaction of tackling a heavy to-do list is your reward. Focus on improving digestion and well-being. A thorough plan regarding a property upgrade promises great long-term outcomes. And I know just who needed to hear that today. Your lucky numbers are 5, 22, and 38. Virgo, romance and self-expression are the rewards of your recent focus. Plan an adventure or social outing that excites your spirit. You're charismatic and conversations flow easily. However, seek a second perspective before making any major personal investments to ensure long-term safety. Your lucky numbers today are 9, 21, and 39. Libra, home-related matters might feel slightly taxing, demanding patience and understanding, particularly with family members. Maintaining calm during family challenges, Maintaining calm during family challenges preserves collective strength. Focus on what you can control and don't let the need for perfection derail domestic peace. Your lucky numbers today are 7, 12, and 45. Scorpio, your communication zone is energized, encouraging you to speed up your daily pace and connect with more people. You have the power to influence public opinion today. Focus on completing necessary errands and short-term projects. A quick word with a neighbor or sibling proves insightful. Your lucky numbers today are 1, 14, and 28. Sagittarius, a major reset around your money is coming in the new year. Use today to get clear on your values. The theme is tidying up your personal life, commitment to healthy routines, and organizing your space. Find confidence in disciplined steps to take to improve your financial foundation. Your lucky numbers today are 3, 18, and 27. Capricorn, with Mars in your sign, your energy is dynamic. Step into your power by avoiding confusion and prioritizing clear action. Trust yourself and refuse to shrink to accommodate others. Today is about making your ambition visible and showing your stamina. Your lucky numbers today are the number 0, 10, and 17. Aquarius, you may feel worn down by things outside of your control. This week is a turning point in how you view support. Don't feel obligated to defend your perspective. Take a pause, breathe through it, and trust your truth stands tall without excessive noise. Your lucky numbers today are 11, 23, and 40. And Pisces, Your friend circle and community feel important. Focus on circulating and putting yourself out there. Social networking brings alignment with long-term goals. An opportunity may close, but a more aligned goal is becoming clear in its place. Let go of energy leaks now. Your lucky numbers today are 10, 25, and 35. All right, on tomorrow's show, we'll be debating two hot button issues. Is the fluoride in water conspiracy? If the water is the fluoride in water a conspiracy, fact, or fiction? We'll check in the science. Plus, What's the Word covers the latest viral trend, main character syndrome. Don't miss our lifestyle segment featuring Southern smothered chicken and advice on credit utilization. All right now I'd like to say thank you to our sponsors, Bello Burn Hot Sauce. Turn up the flavor, feel the burn. Bello Burn brings heat to every bite. RAS Herbals, rooted in tradition, powered by nature. RAS Herbals keeps wellness pure and strong. Colorane Candles, light the moment, lift the mood. Colorane Candles glow with soul. And Universal Madness, style without limits. Universal Madness makes the streets your runway. All right, in our announcements today, a Very Luxe Christmas special will be held next Tuesday, December 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Lux Radio Network. Also, tune in tonight for Women Unscripted at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And attention, all book lovers. New for 2026, on January 3rd, 2026, Lux Radio will be premiering our new monthly Lux Lounge Book Club. Our first read is a novel by Tim LaHaye, and Jerry Jenkins called Left Behind, and hosted by Cookie and myself. The book is available wherever you find your reads, so come join our book discussions and have some fun. All right, y'all, we made it to Hump Day. As you power toward the weekend, remember that Lombardi taught us that success is determined by your will, not your skill. So until tomorrow morning, everyone, this your girl Mel B saying stay fly, stay grounded, and don't let nobody dim your light or your shine. Period.